Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope everyone is doing well. I am Henny. In this video, I would like to present my second English assessment. What are they? Watch the video until the end, okay? Enjoy this video, guys!
A few moments later.
Let's get straight to the point, guys. Yes, there are 6 topics we will discuss this time. What are they? The first is current activities. What is it? This sentence is structured to describe ongoing activities. We can use various verbs depending on the context. Here are some common verbs using doing, use it to describe general activities. An example is I am doing my homework. 2. Working on. Use it to describe work on project being done. An example, I am working on a new project. 3. Attending. Use it to describe presence at event or activities. An example, I am attending a meeting. 4. Studying. Use it to describe learning or research activities. An example is I am studying for my exam. 5. Participating in. Use it to describe participation in activities or events. An example, I am participating in a competition. 6. Engaging in. Use it to describe involvement in activities or hobbies. An example, I am engaging in a new hobby. And we can also ask the present continuous tense to describe ongoing activities, such as I am followed by verb in ing. An example, I am writing, I am reading, and she is followed by verb in ing. An example, she is studying, she is working. Cause the verb that best fits the context and situation. Let's watch an example sentence in the following video. What are you doing? I am reading a book. What are you doing? I am eating breakfast. What are you doing? I am cooking a food. Yeah, this video present 3 sentences describe ongoing work activities. Next, completed activities. What is it? This sentence is structured to describe completed activities. We can ask various verbs depending on the context. Here are some common verbs used. 1. Did. Use it to describe general activities that have been completed. An example, I did my homework yesterday. 2. Completed. Use it to describe finishing a task or project. An example, I completed the project last week. 3. Finished. Use it to describe completing an activity. An example, I finished reading the book. 4. Intended. Use it to describe intending discipline or activities that have taken place. An example, I attended the meeting last week. 5. Studied. Use it to describe learning or research activities that have been completed. An example, I studied for my exam last night. 6. Participated in. Use it to describe participation in activities or events that have taken place. An example, I participated in the competition last month. And we can also ask the past tense to describe completed activities, such I followed by verb ed, eat. An example, I walked, I read, or see, followed by verb in ed. An example, she studied, she worked. So, cause the verb that best fit the context and situation. Let's watch an example sentence in follow with video.
What were you just doing?
I have read a book.
What were you just doing?
I ate breakfast.
What were you just doing?
I have cooked the food. Yeah, the video presents three sentences describe completed verbs. Next, ongoing and completed activities. What is it? This sentence is structured to describe activities that are currently being done and ongoing. We can ask various verbs depending on the context. Here are some common verbs used. 1. Doing. Used to describe general activities that are currently being done. An example, I am doing my homework. 2. Working on. Use it to describe work on projects and that are currently being done. An example, I am working on a new project. 3. Studying. Use it to describe learning or research activities that are currently being done. An example, I am studying for my exam. 4. Standing. Use it to describe standing events or activities that are currently taking place. An example, I am standing a conference. 5. Participating in. Use it to describe participation in activity on events that are currently taking place. An example, I am participating in a competition. And we can also use as the present continuous tense to describe ongoing activities such I am followed by verb in. An example, I am writing, I am reading, and she is followed with verb in. In example, she is studying, she is working, they are followed by verb in. They are playing, they are discussing. The key is to cross the verb that best fit the context and situation, and to ask the correct grammatical structure by convey the intended meaning. By using the right verb and tense, we can effectively communicate and we are doing and what's happening in the present moment. The video. Let's watch an example sentence in the following video.
What have you been doing at home?
I have been reading a book.
What have you been doing at home?
I have been eating breakfast.
What have you been doing at home?
I have been studying for my exam.
The video presenting sentence describing both completed and ongoing work activity. Next. How much and how many? What is it? The usage of how much and how many. How much used to ask about the quantity or amount of something that cannot be counted. An example, how much water do you need? How much money do you have? And how many used to ask about the quantity or number of something that can be counted. An example, how many books do you have? How many people are coming to the party? The main difference between how much and how many lies in the types of noun being used. If the noun is uncountable as how much, if the noun is countable as how many, this distinction helps to ensures a correct and effective communication.
How much does this book cost?
Its cost is 2,000 rupiah. How many books do you want to buy?
I will take 3. How much will it be in total?
This video present sentence describe how much and how many.
How much?
Next. Comparative and superlative forms. What is it? Comparative and superlative sentences are used to compare two or more things. Comparative tense used to compare two things that have difference or similarities. An example, this cake is sweeter than the one we had yesterday. She is taller than her sister. Superlative sentence used to compare three or more things and show that one has the most extreme quality or characteristic. An example, this is the best cake I have ever tasted. She is the tallest person in her family. There are rules for forming comparative and superlative sentences for short adjective, one syllable, and R for comparative and S for superlative. For long adjectives, two syllables or more. Use more for comparative and most for superlative. An example: big, bigger, biggest, beautiful, more beautiful, more beautiful. By using comparative and superlative sentence, we can effectively express difference and similarities between two or more things. Next, case example: Dede is 22 years old, Haikal is 19 years old, Siti is 25 years old. Comparative text is Dede is older than Haikal, and superlative, Siti is oldest along them. 6. Conversation at traditional market.
Excuse me. In this video, I am acting as a customer.
Good morning, ma'am. What can I help you with today?
Good morning, I want to buy rice. How much is the price per kilograms today?
The price for kilograms today is 12,000 rupiah. How many kilograms would you like to buy?
I want to buy 5 kilograms. What is the total price?
Total price is 15,000 rupiah. Would you like to buy anything else?
No, just rice. But can I negotiate is the price? Can it be a little cheaper?
Alright, I can give you a small discount. I will give you a price of 55,000 rupiah for 5 kilograms.
Wow, thank you. I agree with the price. Here is money.
Thank you, ma'am. Please take the rice.
Excuse me.
That's all from me for this discussion. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.